what are some of those things in life that probably you would look at as trials
Right.
or tests that would have been something to reflect on
Yeah.
in being a Muslim, and how fortunate you are to be a Muslim in comparison to what happens in life, and how you see life differently now, that maybe if you were not a Muslim
Yeah.
and had to go through some of those trials, what would have been the consequences in your mind and thoughts, etc.?
I think day-to-day things like money issues, or I grew up in a house that wasn't, a mother and a father situation. So it was a single parent home. Besides that, just being around people that were not doing the right things, or, being influenced by certain things. It always got to a point where I knew better and I walked away, but I always did get caught up in certain situations with certain people. And I guess moving forward, when I did go ahead and turn to Islam, that's when I started to make certain changes in my life more seriously. So I started to cut off the people that I shouldn't have been around with in the first place, stopped doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. And it really benefited my mental health, because I had been struggling with depression and anxiety for years. It's something that I still struggle with, but I have the tools to better manage it now. So it's not like how it was before, where I would spiral into, a deep depression and I wouldn't be able to do anything or work, or, even get up out of bed or anything like that. So it definitely helped me shift into a more healthy lifestyle.
What are you saying? That some of those day-to-day struggles and trials in life would have you in depression and
Right.
stressed out, etc.
Right.
But after becoming a Muslim, you look at those trials and stressful things from a different point of view.
Right, exactly. So any tests that are in front, or any trials that are in front of me, I see them as, it's just a test. It's something to get through, and it'll pass. You just have to have faith that, things are going to get better, and you have to, of course, do the work to get better. So it's not just hoping that things are going to get better. You actually have to put in the work, and, put yourself as a priority, put your mental health as a priority. And also, of course, your relationship with Allah as a priority, because once you have that connection, I feel like everything else starts to not be as daunting or as important. Things start to kind of get smaller and smaller. Like with praying 5 times a day, that's like your constant reminder of your relationship with God, your mortality and things like that, everything. So it's good to have these reminders. It keeps you on track, as opposed to you falling off the track if anything happens. So that's been my experience, is I kind of just go back to that, go back to the things that we're supposed to do. Stay on top of the salah, do your dhikr, do everything that you need to do to, make sure that you're all around holistically healthy and in a good space. Because I like to help other people, but if I'm not okay, then I can't help anybody else. So that's how my mind operates.
So bottom line is, if you were not a Muslim, then those trials and stressful things that you went through in your life before becoming a Muslim, if you were to go through those things again,
Yeah.
then it would have been difficult to handle.
Yeah, because right before I did take Shahada and everything, that was like bottom, like rock bottom times.
Wow. Anything you want to share? I mean,
Just all of that, basically, in general. It's just like I didn't have a good relationship with my family. Well, my family, yes, but not my parents, like my immediate family. And things like that, money issues, and just being involved with people that were just not consistent and not on the right path. All of those things together were just very stressful.
And those are some of the things that people generally go through nowadays.
Right. Everybody goes through
They
this
got
stuff.
these sort of issues somewhere, somehow. Somebody might be facing something in a different
And
way.
it's Corona times too, so I mean, everybody has lost people. Everyone has gone through all this stuff, so that makes it even harder. Imagine everybody was isolated last year.